Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think. Urinary tract infections are extremely common. Around 1 in 2 women and 1 in 20 men will get a UTI in their lifetime. Plus, once you've had one UT challenge, you're way more susceptible to another in the future. That's why you just need Just Thrive's UT123. This product can actually prevent UTIs while maintaining your urinary tract health. UT123 targets both immediate and long-term relief. We've all heard to drink cranberry juice for your urinary tract, but did you know that for the full effects, you need the whole cranberry? Not just juice, but the skin, flesh, and even the seeds. Well, UT123 uses superior ingredients that utilizes the whole fruit. This supplement truly is the full package. So if you're someone who struggles with the constant urge to urinate, a burning feeling when you pee, pelvic pain, or just want to be proactive in your urinary health, Just Thrive is for you. Just Thrive is so confident you'll love their product that there is a 100% money-back guarantee on every purchase made through justthrivehealth.com. And for a limited time, you can save 20% off site-wide at justthrivehealth.com with promo code SEXWithEmily. That's justthrivehealth.com and use code SEXWithEmily for 20% off your order. You're going to love it.
Hey guys, can I ask you a question? How are your balls feeling right now? Are they super clean and dry? Does your partner complain or is not always willing to go downtown? If so, I've got something for you. I've just launched a new product called Down Under Comfort from my brand Emily & Tony. It's really unique. It's a cream to tapioca powder formula that is designed to keep men fresh and clean down under or wherever they need. And girls can use it too, under their breast, their lower back, anywhere they want to stay fresh. So help keep this podcast free and your balls dry. Use code Emily to get 20% off your first purchase. Check them out today at emilyandtony.com. Trust me, and you're welcome.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information about Sex with Emily, go to sexwithemily.com where you can check out our podcast, sign up for our RSS feed, our blog, check out everything going on there. So as you know, we're doing more shows now, and this is one of the shows where I interview women about their sex lives, or what they like, what they don't like, what their favorite moves are, what tricks work for them. And today I'm talking to Hope. Hi, Hope.
Hi, how are you doing?
Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you.
It's really good to talk to you. Okay, so tell me, when do you first remember having your first sexual experience?
I like to say 16, but it was on the cusp of 16.
What
so
happened?
15. Boyfriend, parents leaving town Thanksgiving Day, and a whole house to ourselves. Even confirmed that my parents were out of town, but I still had sex in the shed.
You had sex in the shed your first time?
First time.
Was it good?
No, but I cried and cried and cried because I wasn't a virgin anymore. So I cried, and he was feeling terrible and told me some story that how he was dying of cancer. So it was okay. And then I figured since I wasn't a virgin anymore and he was dying of cancer, which I of course knew was a lie, we would just start doing it. And then I loved
Are you religious or something? Are you?
No, I was just in Texas and
right.
I'm supposed to be a virgin.
So you're from Texas?
From Texas.
Okay, so you grew up where? Exactly.
Dallas.
Texas. Okay, so when do you remember having your first like sexual feelings? Do you remember masturbating when you were younger? How did you learn about your body?
I remember one time being on taking a nap with my mom, being on a day bed, and she was asleep, and I remember like having my fist, like just kind of sitting on my fist, and she's, "What are you doing?" And then I literally don't remember masturbating again.
Oh, because she said, "What are you doing?" She wasn't like, "Oh, honey, that's."
She was like, "What are you doing?" And she knew what I was doing, kind of, So
and
I
how
don't
old
remember.
Were you? Did you say?
I was probably in fourth grade. How old
Okay,
were you in fourth grade?
I don't know. You're like
10, 11. No, I think you're like 10 or 11.
No, that's fifth grade.
Oh, really? Okay, so I think I was probably 9 or 10.
Okay.
And then I don't remember doing it again until I was 22. I've never, unfortunately, been very successful about it.
At masturbation, it's hard for you. But
it still is. Like I can't concentrate long enough.
Right.
And now without porn, there's no way. Like it's just fast, and then it's.
So if you watch porn.
I do watch porn.
What kind of porn?
Pornhub.com.
Pornhub.com. Okay, they should be one of our advertisers.
Yeah.
So what kind of porn are you attracted to?
I was always just, I'm unfortunately terribly straight, but I was always just attracted to girl on girl. But lately, I think because there's, a lack of male energy in my life, I've been more attracted to heterosexual sex.
Okay.
But I'm a little freaked out about it because I want to know, I'm trying to watch the ones that only have like the names of people because
right.
I want to know that they're not a sex slave in Eastern Europe or wherever. So I'm trying to like figure out who's.
It's good. You have morals around the porn.
Yes,
you watch.
I'm trying to figure out which women
morals.
are making money off.
So then once you watch porn, then do you use sex toys or do you?
I use a vibrator.
Right. What kind?
Very basic. I went actually
like a pocket rocket.
No, I can't remember. It's not. I went in to buy it recently at Good Vibrations, and it was really funny. Like the woman was talking to me about. I was asking her vibrator questions, and everything she asked me was. I went in looking for the rabbit basically, and she instructed me that like I would probably want external versus internal, which was true.
Right.
But anyway,
external clitoral stimulation.
Yeah,
right.
That's all I care about. I don't care about. She said that was what most people want, actually.
Absolutely, 81% of women need clitoral stimulation.
Really? Okay, so that's definitely what I need. So she was right, but the way she was talking to me made me laugh. But she was probably 21. I was like, but I'm not a virgin. Like I felt like I was a virgin.
Right.
So but anyway, it didn't
you
work.
were a virgin vibrator buyer.
Yes, as she was speaking to me, like
so you need clitoral stimulation. Like most women need that. Like a lot of the whole elusive G spot. I mean, we all think, it's gonna be like the holy grail of orgasms, but really, it's like if you can have a clitoral orgasm, it's true.
Yeah.
So did you first? Do you remember when you first had your very first orgasm?
Yes, but this is a really weird story. People are going to think I'm being facetious, but I'm not. I remember having my first orgasm sometime at 16, I guess, probably with the boyfriend.
Oh, you did? So during intercourse with your boyfriend at 16. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely liked having sex with him a lot, and that was. But when I was 13, I was going to a parochial school, and it was in Texas, and I was asking questions about like. Is Jesus Christ personal savior and all of that? Like, I was asking if my brother and sister were going to go to heaven, and my mother got really freaked out by my line of questioning and took me out of the parochial school and put me into a prep school. Thank goodness. But anyway, meanwhile, I had gone to this Bible camp, which she was also a little bit freaked out about. But later, I realized when I had an orgasm having sex that when I was saved, it was an orgasm, and I'm not being. People think I'm being like
when you
kidding
felt
about
saved.
When I was like, it was kind of a revival, literally. Like, come down and accept Jesus Christ if you believe in Jesus. And I remember that euphoria and that feeling. And then later on, at 15, when I was having sex, a sexual orgasm, I knew it was exactly the same feeling, like that euphoria and that orgasm.
Wow,
so
that's amazing to make that connection.
I mean, to me, I'm not being like I'm not.
Are you a religious person now at all?
No.
No. Okay. So you had this revelation about orgasm. So you are easily able to orgasm then during intercourse when you're having sex with the man.
Yes, but unfortunately, I'm rarely very present. I'm usually fantasizing.
Really? Mm-hmm. So you're fantasizing about what do you fantasize about?
The last person I was dating, I was actually present pretty much, which is odd. But.
So you really you go there. So in your mind, you're having sex with someone, and you're fantasizing about. Are you fantasizing about like porn you watched, or someone you know, or a situation that like you never want to happen, but you just like to fantasize about it?
I think I'm fairly dominant in life, so I'm usually fairly submissive, and so it's usually I'm getting
during sex or
paid,
submissive.
or I'm getting
Right.
No, not during sex. I'm not submissive in my
Right.
actions. I'm in my fantasy.
In your
I'm the
fantasy,
submissive
you're
role where
submissive.
I'm either getting paid or.
So you're not even thinking about the person you're with, but you're thinking about the scenario of like maybe they paid you and you were.
I think, unfortunately,
It's a really common fantasy.
When I start dating someone,
You're present.
I'm present, and then
For how long? How many months? I always say 6 months to a year if you're lucky.
if I'm lucky, yeah.
If you're lucky, maybe it's more like 3 months.
And then, although in the end, I feel like the last person I was having sex with, I was pretty present with him, but I really do think anatomically it worked better for me, so I didn't have to.
What do you
go
mean
off and-
anatomically it worked better?
I just think that it was like he was a
Was
good
he-
fit, and I feel like I think I was more present sexually with him. I don't feel like I had a great. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I was totally available emotionally.
Ain't it always that way?
Yeah, but I do feel like physically, I didn't have to go into a fantasy as much to orgasm.
Oh, wow. So you think it was because anatomically you fit together?
I think
There's probably some intimacy there too.
Yeah, I probably should have explored the intimacy more, but
Right.
unfortunately,
But you weren't able to go there. That's okay. So where are you at now? Or when was the last time? What was the best sex you ever had? If I said to you, Amanda, sorry, I'll cut that. If I said to you, Hope, I'll say it again. If I said to you, Hope, what's the best sex you ever had? Like, what comes to your mind? What happened?
I think I would probably think about. Fortunately, I think I would think about several different experiences, but I think I've had a lot of good sex, which I'm happy about with people I've been connected with, and so I can think of some really fun experiences.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Just one. Describe
one. One was someone I was on a trip with in Thailand, and we were really at each other's throats, and it was raining all day long, and we were just had sex all over this room with lots of crazy fruit, and destroyed the room, and it was just sexy and fun and ridiculous, and that was fun. And then there's been other, I don't know, I've had a lot of good breakup sex, I guess.
Really? Yeah. Oh, good. After you break up, or when you're breaking up?
I suppose breaking up. I tend to make these big statements, this is over, and then that's always the best sex.
That's the best sex. So maybe do you do that repeatedly in relationships? Kind of this is over, let's have sex.
No, unfortunately, it's just more.
No, it really is over.
It's really good. And then, unfortunately, then that creates the regret cycle of, oh, that was so good. But
do you think that we're meant to be monogamous with one person for the rest of our life?
No. I mean, it's getting more comfortable as I get older, the idea of that, obviously. But no, I don't think it's natural state.
So have you been married before?
I have.
You have. And how was that? What happened?
I was really immature, and I got married because I was, I just felt I was fresh off the boat from Texas, and I felt like that's what I was supposed to do. And married a really nice man. I don't think I was terribly present, and I'm definitely scared of. I feel like I should get married again, but it definitely is something that's nerve-wracking to me.
Okay, and
I feel societally, I should say, I should get married.
Right, but you might not want to.
I do. I would like to work through my commitment issues, and if I can, then I would like to. But if I can't, I think I would be wise to stay away from it.
Okay. What is your biggest turn on sexually? If you did think what could a guy do that would be your biggest turn on? If he blank, it could be a sex move. I love when a guy holds my hand behind my head, or I love when a guy kisses my neck, or is there anything that a guy does that every time you're like, oh, that is the move?
I think I like what somebody else would be the last person I was having sex with. He just did this thing. He was pick up. I can't explain my bottom. It was so sexy to me the way he would grab.
Did he grab your ass?
Yeah,
I love when guys grab my ass.
I never had anyone else. I mean, I've had other people do other things I loved, but I've never had anybody do. So I guess I like naturalness and authenticity, and I don't like laughing during sex, but I only like to have sex with people who I find humorous, but not taking that into the sex.
Right.
So
what would be a turn off? What would a guy do that you were like, oh my God, did you really just get in bed with your socks on, or something like that?
Someone who was really tied to one position, not tied, but really. I dated one guy and he was really good looking, and then after like third time, I realized a couple of people I've dated, including my ex-husband, actually, I think that latently they felt sex was dirty, and that's a turn off to me. Like when you can tell that person like isn't that there's something. There's
What do
some
you mean? He felt
association.
sex with you was dirty?
He didn't have to remember, but when we were dating, there was some association with him, and I think his dad was secretly gay, and so he had like some issues around. I don't mean that to me, but for some reason for him, like he had some experiences and he basically dragged out of him after years, and he kind of walked in on his dad and stuff. And I still don't know the effects of it, but somehow before we were really together, he felt like it was, I don't know if it was a clean phobe or what, but just didn't feel like it felt very safe for him. And then I dated another guy who I wasn't with him long enough, but I knew it was something I wasn't interested in because he was so uniform about it, and I could tell he also felt something was dirty about it.
So really, they feel like it's dirty they feel like they're not sexually free. So maybe you're looking for someone who's more sexually open?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
But not like, but I'm actually I'm certainly not I don't like, I have no like fetishes or anything like
right.
that.
I know. I don't either, but I always wish I did. I always wish I had a fetish. I'm like, it'd be so fun to have like a fetish. And I never had one. I'm like, I want one so bad. Okay, so what about oral sex? Do you first let's talk about, do you like receiving oral sex?
Yes, but I find it much more intimate than intercourse, so I like receiving it after I'm comfortable with somebody.
Okay, so it's not like first date or second date, third date,
Like,
whatever. It's not like before you have sex.
Have intercourse with someone before.
You'd have intercourse before oral sex.
I would give a blowjob before I'd have sex with somebody.
Right.
But I would rather have sex with them before they went down on me.
Do you, okay, and so when they do go down on you, is there a certain like technique or anything that you like? Like how would you describe what you like?
Unfortunately, this is why I'm straight. Like I can so not imagine going down on someone. So I think I'm always astonished that someone is not bothered by it.
Right.
Like, so,
but what do they do? Right. They're not bothered by it, but doesn't turn you on.
I guess I like a sense that goes back to like the clitoral stimulation.
Right. If they're good at like getting it. What about with like their tongue? Like if they fast or slow or like feathery or what is there?
I think a little pressure. Like
pressure.
A little chin
you like more
or
pressure.
something. Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you know that I had an interview a few weeks ago with a woman named Charisma. I did a similar show, and she actually has had sex with men and women, a lot of men and women, and she was saying she has a special chin trick. So if you're interested in that show, it's Charisma. It was like 15 episodes ago, you can go, or 10 episodes ago, and it was really funny. And she's like, women go crazy for my chin trick, and it was an oral sex chin trick.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's funny that you mentioned the chin because I had not heard that before.
I think that was
a trick.
I think that was the last person I was with who had the good, the ass grabbing.
Right.
Too. It was
the
also
ass
good
grabbing
with the
is
chin
hot,
thing.
right?
He's young, so
oh my God. The younger men. Do you date younger men typically?
When I was younger, I dated older men, and I have been dating younger men.
How many years younger than you?
My age now.
How many years younger?
I was going to I would say my last serious relationship, last 2 serious relationships, they were, I guess last 3, were 10 years younger, 2 of them, and then accidentally I dated someone who was pushing 20 years younger, and
20 years younger,
but I wasn't comfortable with that. I really wasn't.
Right. But what was the sex like with him? Like, was it different than being with older men? Like, he was 20 years younger?
Ironically, for me, it was great. Like, he's fantastic, but I think he was much more capable of being committed to the relationship than I was, and so it reminded me of, I felt panicked about it, I guess.
Okay.
So it was, the sex itself was great, and he's amazing, but I was scared to get my heart broken, basically.
Right. Okay, so have you ever been with a woman?
No. Well, no, I've been with a woman and a man, but we haven't really been together, so no.
Okay. And what's the worst move a guy can make?
A head push? Like, it's shocking.
Right, the head push. We were talking about that. Like, when a guy is like, you're fooling around with a guy, and he like, boom, puts your head down there. You're like, I know you're hard. I know I can do this, that it's an option to give you a blowjob right now, but please don't push my head down there.
It's shocking.
I don't even like it when they put their hand on your, Hope, why do you think oral sex is power? Performing oral sex.
Why do I think it's power? I just enjoy I do like it. I like it more. I have to admit, I like it more in the beginning than I do as the relationship tends to dwindle.
Right. That's what they say. People get married or they commit and they stop performing oral sex.
Yeah, I was dating someone once he was kind of the end of another relationship, and we were mad love, and he was like, he literally said to me in his naivete, which was interesting because he wasn't that young, he's like, I want to get a blowjob every day. I'm like, really?
He said he wanted one every day?
And he's like, I can't believe I'll get a blowjob every day.
And you were like, that's not going to happen.
I mean, I was fair enough to say that's not going to happen, which probably wasn't very,
how do you feel about the testicles? Do you incorporate them into your blowjob making?
Yes, I do. Although I have to say I found them pretty fairly normal. But I remember two people, one that had just like these crazy baggy testicles,
right?
Like, and one like real way bigger than the other, which was very, very strange. And then there was another guy I dated who was in fantastic shape, and he was fairly young, and he was a little bit repressed, but really cute, but a bit repressed. And it was strange to me because his balls were he had a really nice penis, but his balls were like rock hard and tight. It was weird. It's the only person I ever dated like that.
Did you play with them? Do you lick them? What do you do with them?
I would say I'm gentle with them for sure.
You're gentle. You have to be gentle, right?
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, so what's your favorite position for sex? How are you more likely to orgasm?
On top.
On top? Is it more of a clitoral grinding back and forth?
Yes.
Or not
I
up and down?
really wouldn't orgasm so much on the bottom. I mean,
right.
I don't.
But
I
you
like
usually,
to
would
flip
you say that
around.
what percentage of time do you orgasm during sex, during intercourse?
70% probably.
That's good.
Yeah.
But if you don't, are you bummed or no?
It depends. Like the last relationship I was in, we were having so much sex that I do feel like I'm a one. I never have been a believer in the multiple orgasm. Maybe it's just envy, but I don't even get it. So I'm a one orgasm person, and then my mind checks out immediately.
And then you're done.
Orgasm.
You're like, what's on TV?
Pretty much. I would rather either orgasm simultaneously or have the guy orgasm first, because once I orgasm,
right. So what's your experience with sex toys? You said that you have one, only one.
Yeah, one. I don't really care about sex toys when I'm in a relationship.
It's only when you're alone. So you've never used it with a partner. Okay, the craziest sexual experience was you had sex where?
I think it's the most. I'm not saying it's the craziest, I guess, but it's the most dangerous. In the communist China, crawling over barbed wire fence.
But you didn't get shot at or anything.
We did not.
No,
but there were later. We did see people with machine guns patrolling the area, so it was not smart.
Do you ever play props or dress up when you were with someone? Yeah. Do you ever get dressed up like lingerie or?
Yeah, I like that. I mean,
what do you like?
Lingerie? I'd say dressed up. Yeah, definitely. Again, we talked about not unfortunately like you were saying, unfortunately fetishy. But
do you wear lingerie? Special things for your vibe?
Yeah, just like heels.
Do you feel that men appreciate lingerie? Because I have a thing that some guys just don't even notice. Like you go shopping and you're like, my bra and panties match today, and they're like, they just want to have sex with you.
I think that they say they like. There's people. I think people who appreciate it in theory. But I think I actually don't like the guy that really appreciates it. You know what I mean? Like, it's
really?
funny. Like,
why?
I like the guy who appreciates it in theory because I think they're the same guy that really appreciates that you're well dressed or have a great dress on. But anybody goes back to the fetishy thing or something. If somebody really, really cared about the garter belt or something, that would make me crazy. Like, I want him to find me sexy as a package, not sexy as a product.
So how does a guy make you feel sexy?
I do feel a friend of mine was teaching the other day because I guess by saying I don't like false flattery or something, but I do like sort of uncontrolled. Oh, you're so sexy.
You're so sexy. You're so
hot.
I always think that a guy could never tell me how hot I am too many times.
Yeah, but it's weird. A friend of mine said to me I was spoiled the other day because I was laughing, saying I didn't want to have sex with him. Like he didn't tell me it was sexy or thing. But I hate people who are gratuitously complimentary.
Oh, so it has to be the right mix.
It has to be genuine. It has to be authentic. It has to be like
you can tell when a guy's authentically really into you.
Yeah, not like you're like, oh my god, you're so. It's the whole where you. It's just chemistry where you feel like you're having.
It's chemistry.
Sexy,
yeah, isn't it hard to find chemistry?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. When you find it, you know it, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much for this interview, Hope. I really appreciate you sharing your sexual exploits.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, everyone, for listening to Sex with Emily. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com.
So you know I'm obsessed with candles, right? Have you ever heard of massage oil candles? Okay, so get this. I always light candles when I'm enjoying a glass of wine with friends, and recently they were over and I lit 3 candles for my new line called Emily and Tony. My skin felt really dry, so I went ahead and poured some of it on my hands and I gave myself a quick massage. My friends were stunned that I did this and immediately were obsessed. And here's why. See, these candles are really aromatherapy massage oils that when warmed like a candle, They melt into the most luxurious body oil that is super hydrating, leaves your skin feeling and smelling amazing, and it's perfect for massaging your partner or yourself. You can use it during foreplay, and you know me, I'm a firm believer in foreplay. They come in delicious flavors like creme de vanilla, cocoa, and fougere. Not just that, they look great in your home. So help us keep this podcast free. Check them out today at emilyandtony.com. And you're welcome.